Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome back, students. So we are on online lecture number 8 of the mobile application development course. Today we are going to complete the app which we were discussing in the previous class. That is how to order different Android flavors. But for that, we are also going to study the floating action button and what is material design. So in the previous class, we discussed how to add a toolbar, what are frame layout, what are constraint layout, and what are coordinator layout. But today we are going to see how to add a floating action button, how to work with menus, and what are Android material design. So let us first, like for simplicity, let us first discuss what is Android material design. So Android material design is actually a design language, or it's a design system created by Google to help build high quality digital experience for Android, iOS, Flutter, and web. So there are a lot of things to be discussed while you are discussing or while you are knowing what the material design is, but overall it tells you that what should be the size, what should be the color combination, what should be the orientation, the text font, and the animation style, a lot of others. So let me, like for simplicity, let me give you a simple example. So here you can see that we have this is a material design. These are different combination. How if you are creating a web application, or if you are creating or if you are creating a mobile application, then if you have this type of menus, so if you convert it into web, so these are the different combination, the color combination, and the different other combination that you can use. So once again, let me play it so you can see that we have different combination, different orientation. So overall, this is what material design is all about. So we are going to we are going to discuss material design more in the upcoming lecture, but first let me show you. I mean, this is one of the part of material design, how to add a floating action button to your application. So for that, let us first go to the drawable folder. Okay, so I'm going to go to, yeah, I'm going to go to my Android project, and then you can go to the drawable folder, and then you can further go to, okay, you can right click on it, new, and I think it's drawable resource file. Okay, let me check it out. We can let me first directly add the code for it, because I mean we may waste a lot of time. Okay, so here you can simply write Android dot support dot design dot widget floating action button. So let me add the dependency for the floating action button. So let us wait the Gradle to add this file. Okay, I think we are done with adding that dependency, and then moving on, we can add the different. Okay, let me also add the material dependency. Okay, so it says it is not resolving this floating action button. So let me simply write floating. Yeah, floating action button. So I think that's fine. And then we can simply here say wrap content. And for height, also give it the wrap content. And then we can give other attributes such as ID, a floating action button, and then the layout gravity, where you should place it. So it is at the bottom, and then bottom end, and then we have layout margin of 16 dp. And the last thing is the source of this button, like how it should look. So our source will be at the rate travel slash, and it will be IC underscore shopping underscore cart. But this is at the moment this is not available, so we are going to see how to like add this floating action button to something. Okay, so uh, yeah, so what we can do, we can expand the rest folder, and then right click the drawable, and then new, and then I think we should go to image assets. Yeah, there you can see image asset. I think, yeah, this is the one. Then we can choose the action bar and tab icon. So I can type is action bar and type icon, and the name is IC underscore shopping underscore cart. And then we can click on this clip art option. Then we can search for an icon that is like a card. So this one likes a card. So let me filter that out. I think this will be fine. Select it. Okay. And it is a hollow dark. The theme is hollow dark. And now we can I think uh, that is okay. So click next, then you can click finish. So it says that it doesn't recognize app source. Okay, and let me check it out in the design. So I think it's okay, and it appears, you can see here, it appears right at the bottom end. So that's okay. So this is how you add the floating action dependency to your app. But for now, uh, I I'll also go to the Gradle file and let me see if the Android has added something related to floating action button. Uh, I think we are okay. And once again, let me go to the activity underscore main, and you can see this floating action button right on the bottom. And the next thing to do is to uh, I think we are now in a position to create another activity, and that will be called order activity. So okay, so let me go here, right click, new, and then go to activity, empty activity, and then this one is order activity. So order activity underscore order is the generated layout file. Click finish. Let us wait for the Gradle to finish its job. Gradle will always like configure the different files and the different it will like make sure that every file is available there and it is working fine. So you we can also let me go to the main activity file, and there I'm going to add the actual code uh, for my app. Okay, so we have a lot of time. So let us first get the toolbar. So this is the toolbar class, and this is the toolbar reference. We are saying find view by id r dot id dot, and we created a toolbar, and here it is not showing to us. But let me check it out. Inside our main activity, we just created a toolbar. See over here. And I should give it an ID of toolbar. Okay, once again, just go to the main activity file. I'm going to get rid of certain files which are not used. And now you can type toolbar. So we get the address of the toolbar, and the next thing to do is to uh, set support action bar, and the action bar should have toolbar on top of it. Okay. I don't know why it is giving us an error, but we will see it later on. And the next thing is the floating action button, fab, and get the address, find view by id r dot id dot fab. So we get the id, and then if you click on this fab, so fab dot set, we set an on click listener, and then we can say new view dot on click listener, and then moving on, you can implement the method. There is one method called on click. Then when you click on the fab button, we will be navigated to another activity. So for that we use intents. Let us create intent object, new intent, so main activity dot this as source, and order activity will be our destination dot class. And then of course we can start the activity, start activity intent. Okay, after that we can search support action bar Android X. Okay, let me check it out. Set toolbar. I'm going to see this error later on, but for now we are done with the floating action button, and then we can now move on adding other things such as yeah, the menu. So for menu, let me first create a menu folder. So let me create a directory. It is called menu, and inside this menu we are going to add a new menu resource file, and this will be called menu underscore main, and the rest are okay. So let me go to the code part, and here we have this menu, but we are going to add some attributes such as where this menu is going to be used. So tools, context equals our package name. Okay, so let me go to main activity. This is our package name. Copy it, paste it, dot main activity, and here we will be having one item, and that item is, we give the ID for that item, action underscore settings, and then order in category 100, give it a title. So the title will be it is mentioned in the string, it is nothing but action setting, and then show as never. Okay, and then we can go back to our main file, Here we can write an overridden method. So at the rate override public boolean on create option menu 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 get menu inflator dot inflate r dot menu dot, and the second parameter is just a menu. So we are adding menu to our main activity and return true. So after adding this menu, we are also going to add another overridden method, and that will be on option item set selected. So public boolean on option item selected menu item id item dot get item id. If id equal to r dot id dot action settings, then what should we do? Return true. And then we can move on. Return super dot on option item selected item. So there we are. So whenever you select the item, we can like get the id, and if id is this, we can then return true. Okay, so with that, we are also going to add some more methods. The first one is of course the display toast. Whenever user click on the different clickable image, so what should happen? Then we will call a method called display toast, and it is accepting a message, and we are going to say toast dot make text get application context message toast dot length short, or I'm going to go for length long, and then you can show it. Okay, so we created this message. The next thing is to add message for the different clickable image. So the first one is public void show donut order. So when you click on the donut image, what should happen? We are going to call a method display toast, and as a parameter we will say get string, which one, r dot string dot donut order message. Alright, so similarly we are going to declare write some more a method public void show ice cream order, and then we can once again call the display toast here get string dot, yeah, show ice cream. So it is ice cream order message. And of course the last one public void show froyo order view view public void froyo order, and then we can say, no, I think I should directly write here display toast and then get string r dot string dot froyo order message. Alright, so I think we are done with most of the app. So we added different messages and we added the floating action button, we added intents, we inflated the menu. Here we are getting one error, and that is set support action bar, and then we can pass the toolbar as our option. Okay, let me check it out once again. Set support action bar, so I don't know why it is not. Okay, I'm going to rebuild it, because many time okay, let us invalidate cache and restart our app. Okay, so it is loading our project. Let us see, let us wait for the Gradle to build it, build all the file. Um, so we let us revise what we have discussed so far. So we added these clickable images, and then we added this design. um, I'll see you in the next class, so we'll discuss this app more in detail. See you again. Allah Hafiz.